Welcome Ape Army to yet another highly entertaining video brought to you by redmistracing.com. In today's video, you'll be able to follow along as I change out an airbag cover for an Audi RS5. Please understand this is not a do-it-yourself video, and attempting to duplicate what I am doing here could lead to serious permanent injury, dismemberment, or even death. At best, if things go wrong, you'll be replacing a very expensive airbag, and there are many small components and opportunities to get things wrong and to break the airbag, yielding it non-functional. I started by turning on the accessory power to disable the steering wheel lock. Moving to the trunk, I disconnected the ground on my lightweight anti-gravity battery that comes in at a whopping 45 pounds less than the stock battery. Awesome product placement. Contact me for best pricing. The airbag is held on by two U-shaped spring-loaded wire tabs which are located at the 3 o'clock and the 9 o'clock positions if your wheel is dead straight. Rotate the wheel 45 degrees either way to expose the access port on the back of the wheel. Using a short flat blade screwdriver, push downward on the tabs while simultaneously pulling out on the airbag. Once both locking tabs are disengaged and the airbag itself is loose, reach in and unlock the main airbag plug with a screwdriver and pull the yellow plug outward to disengage it from the clock spring. There will be one more 3-wire connection. Simply grab either end and pull. There are no locking tabs or other fastener sorcery on this particular connection. Move the airbag over to your workbench. With the airbag face down exposing the backside, I started by disconnecting all of the electrical plugs and ground wires. The two main yellow connectors both have an orange locking tab. Pry up to unlock the plug and then pull the plug straight out. After those are removed, there are 3 ground wires to disconnect using pliers. They too have a spring tab which requires pressure to release them. Here's a close-up view of what I refer to as the gotcha connector. I examined this puppy for about an hour under magnification before proceeding forward with a very haphazard plan. By using a small flat blade screwdriver, I was able to push the plug forward and out of its receptacle. The entire unit is held in by 2 plastic tabs which have a bit of spring to them. It's impossible to get needle nose pliers in from the bottom to compress them enough for the plug's removal. This is not something you want to do multiple times, as I'd imagine there's no replacement for this piece if I were to break it permanently. Make sure all of the connectors and grounds are disconnected. There are a few ground connections around the periphery of the airbag which do not need to be disconnected. The next step is to remove the horn spring and activators. Again, while using needle nose pliers, push the locking tabs inward while pulling the white activators upwards. They'll snap right out of place. Remove the spring and set everything aside and do all 4. Take your 8mm socket and wrench and remove the 4 nuts which hold the electrical cover to the back of the airbag. Here's a slightly closer view of the process. With all 4 nuts removed, pull gently and straight up on the electrical cover to reveal the back of the airbag. Note there is a notch where the yellow and red string loop slides through, so you cannot screw up the orientation when installing the new cover. Make a mental note. Once the back electrical cover is removed, it's easy to see how the main airbag cover itself comes off. The flexible tongues lock over the back side of the airbag with a small lip secured by the electrical cover itself. Since they're pliable, gingerly peel them back and shimmy the entire airbag cover off the airbag itself. Again, you're dealing with an incendiary device, and I do not want to unfurl the airbag to the point where it would be impossible to get it back in neatly inside the cover. Installation is the opposite of the teardown process. Everything goes back together one way and one way only, so pay attention. I carefully placed the airbag back into the new airbag cover and slid the electrical base plate or cover on the back to lock it in place. I made sure to orient it correctly and push the yellow and red string back through the same slot in the cover before snugging it back down. Taking the same loop of string, I slid the sensor through before snapping it into place on the back of the airbag. Moving on to the electrical plugs, I noticed they were color-coded. Yellow is for the sensor with a string, and black is for the central airbag firing device. From there, it's a matter of attaching all the grounds and double-checking nothing has been left disconnected. Next, it was the 4 nuts on the airbag studs and the sprung horn buttons. The white horn actuator buttons snap into place, and note they are symmetrical with small arms to activate the contacts for the horns at all 4 corners. With those in place, the swap was complete, and I'm now ready to install the airbag with its new stylish cover back into the steering wheel. As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and leave constructive comments or questions below. Ape Factory over and out.